Do you remember where you were when you got the news?
Yes, sitting across the intercoastal in the 34th floor of my apartment and working on a report, and the news came on next to me, just like that. And as I'm listening to it, and before it finishes, the telephone starts going. Oh, have you heard the news? What? Leave me alone. I need time. Boom. Pulled the phone out of the wall, and I didn't answer it for a week and a half. Never did again. I was in New York in a pub when Michael Jackson's demise was announced. Was I somewhere else when? Oh, you remember the people who are remarkable and who have contributed to life. You remember when they're no longer going to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And back to JFK. In my day, I was a youngster when JFK got killed, but I remember that evening. And in England, I remember that evening. Yeah.
The way you described your first meeting with Whitney, how would you describe your last meeting with her?
There wasn't a last meeting. We came back. We went from Brunei to Singapore. We did a show there, and her voice recovered for Singapore. We flew back from Singapore to New York. I put them in their chauffeur-driven vehicle, and away they went. I never spoke to them again.
What did that leave you with?
Having to write the report, right? The reason why all these people needed to do something. The attorney said, please, put it down on paper. Like, yeah, okay. I wonder why you want it down on paper, so you know what I know? Okay, I'll do it. Put it down on paper, gave it to them. I had the telephone, oh, please come to the office. And 2 hours of blah, 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 blah. Then, thank you so much. Miss Houston has decided not to travel internationally anymore. But if she decides to go international, we'll call you. That was like 35 years ago. I still haven't had that call.
Did that hurt, David?
It was an emotional kind of experience, obviously, but it did inspire me to, okay, life goes on. Here I go. I'm not part of them. They're not part of me. Here we go. And I made a success of business in other ways.
What would you love for fans, anybody, to take from this book? What do you want us to take away about your experience, about Whitney Houston, about your time together protecting her?
I don't think anybody who reads that book will not be able to identify in it events that impact them too. This is family. This is normalcy being attempted and being denied. That's what people will understand from her. The pressure she was in. Find no fault in her. There is no fault in her to be found at all. The fault rests with me and the others who should have done more, could have done more, but failed her.